The NFL playoff system is broken. And I've went over this video. I've done this video like 3 or 4 times already, and I'm gonna keep doing it until they change the NFL playoff format, because the way it's constructed right now it's just horrible. So based off, especially based off this year, when I showed the standings, you'll know what I'm talking about. So right now, the current playoff format, you got 14 teams that make the playoffs. 7 in each conference make the playoffs. The number 1 seed in each conference gets a first round bye. The 4 division winners get to host home playoff games. That means the visiting team have to go to them. Even if they have a worse record than the visitor, they still get to host the game. The lower seed always plays the higher seed. So if the 7 seed wins against the 2 seed, then the 7 seed will play the 1 seed. The number 1 seed doesn't have to play in the first round, and they automatically get advanced to the divisional round of the playoffs. So that's the current playoff format. My proposal is to add 2 more teams and just make it even, where you have 8 teams in each conference make the playoffs. I would have it because everybody go say, well, that makes the regular season don't mean anything because they're playing for the bye. I would have it where you give all 16 playoff teams a bye before the week before the playoffs start, so everybody can get rested and get ready for the playoffs. I would make it to where this is a big one. I would make it to where the playoffs go by the overall record and not have it where, okay, you won a trash division, so you get to host a playoff game. No, I would just go by the top 8 teams on each side, make the playoffs, and whatever your record is, whoever has the better record, that's who gets home field. The lower seed still plays the higher seed, so 8 would play 1, 7 would play 2, 6 would play 3, and 4 and 5 would play each other. The number 1 seed still gets home field advantage throughout the playoffs if they make it all the way to the conference championship game. The only difference is now the number 1 seed doesn't automatically go to the divisional round. They would have to play in the first round. They still get a bye, but they just get a bye with all the other teams. They still have home field advantage throughout the playoffs if they make it to the conference championship. The only difference is now they don't just automatically go to the second round. They have to actually play in the first round. The reason why, because look at the playoffs this year. Let's look at the NFC. You have Seattle and Atlanta winning their divisions at 6 and 5. So that means Minnesota, who is 9 and 2, would have to go and play Atlanta. They would have to go to Atlanta. And Green Bay at 8 and 3 would have to go and play Seattle in Seattle. That's under the current playoff rules right now, like the playoff format. That is one of the main reasons why I say it should go by the overall record. There's no way I have a better record than you, but when it's time to playoffs, I won 2 or 3 more games than you, but I got to go to your house. I think back to the year when Seattle beat New Orleans. New Orleans had just won the Super Bowl that year, but the Saints finished like 11 and 5, and I think the Seahawks finished like 7 and 9. But because Seattle won the NFC West, because the West was terrible that year, New Orleans, the current Super Bowl champion, had to go to Seattle, and they ended up losing. I just feel like if they would have played in New Orleans, they probably would have won that game. But yeah, it's time to get away with, okay, you won a trash division, here you go, you can host a playoff game. They did that last year with Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. Philadelphia had a better record than Tampa Bay, but Philadelphia had to go to Tampa Bay last year, and they had to play the Buccaneers in Tampa. Philadelphia was 11-6 last year. Tampa Bay was 9-8. Now, Tampa Bay did blow out Philadelphia 32-9, but again, who knows if Tampa would have went to Philly and still did the same thing, as opposed to Philly having to go to 9-8 Tampa Bay. But let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about the playoff format? Do you think they should keep it to where the division winners still host a playoff game even if they have a worse record than the team they're playing? Do you think that the number 1 seed should automatically be advanced to the second round? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.